Hello, beautiful people. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchiimoh, and you're welcome to your Cake Business School. On this channel, I am your cake business coach, and I share tips and strategies on how you can grow your cake business. I'm an international award-winning cake artist that is based in Manchester, the United Kingdom. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing something very interesting, like I always do: how I measure my batter for a pillow pan. Now, I know that I've taught you how to measure your batter for an 8-inch pan. I've also made a video sharing how I measure my batter for a 10-inch pan as well, round pans. But in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you measure your batter for a pillow pan. I'm sorry, it might be a little noisy because I'm going to be showing you the pan, so please bear with me. Now, if there's something you're interested in, please, what you want to do is to grab a cup of juice wine or get a snack, sit down, relax as you watch and learn from this video. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, I'm going to be sharing because I recently got this pan. Yeah, I hope you can see. So this is the pan I got. I made a pillow cake recently and I bought this pan, and I'm just going to be doing a little review. Please, I must mention at this point that this is not a sponsored video. Okay, I'm just sharing from my personal experience. So I bought this cake pan and it's a 3-in-1. It's a 3-in-1 cake pan. So that is it. It has one. This is what it looks like. This is the second one, and then this is the third. I have this size, which is a 12-inch. I have this, which is a 10-inch, I believe. And then I have this as well, which is an 8-inch. So it is pardon the noise. So it's a 3-in-1, and it comes with a heating core. Now, what you do is to place the heating core at the center of your pan, and then you put your cake batter. That was what I did, and it's my first time using this type of pan. All my pillow cakes that you've seen before now, including the one I showed in one of my videos where I covered the pillow cake and I shared life lessons because I had to struggle with that cake as well, was freehand carved. Like I carved freehand. I didn't use a template. I just carved my cake. I baked square cakes and I carved them. But this time around, and I also discussed with my husband, we're like, instead of just going through that stress, why not just invest in the cake pillow pan in a pillow pan, even though it's not something you're going to be using regularly, but to just save you the stress. And it really did save me the stress. So I'm going to be sharing how I got my batter for the 12-inch because it was a 12-inch I baked with and it was a 12-inch I used. Now, stick with me. So when this pan first came, when I brought it out of the pack, I was skeptical. I don't know if I was disappointed because see how it is. It is just, it's almost flat. It is almost flat. You can see what this thing is doing to my face. It's illuminating my face. There's something I want to share with regards to taking cake photography, which I will do in a former video. I've done that video, but I don't know where it is. But see how it's lighting up my face. Okay, just take note of that. So what I was saying is that I was kind of skeptical because see, it's flat, it's almost flat, it's not deep. And I was like, how would I put my batter? How will I bake in this pan? Won't it overflow? But it did not overflow, trust me. What I did was to use my heating core and I placed it in the center of the pan like so. I believe you can see. And then I went ahead to put in my cake batter. I would insert clips so that you can see. And then I went ahead to bake. I have not baked with this kind of pan before, so I was just thinking, what's the appropriate measurement to use for this pan? I really don't know. It's my first time and I do not know. I have not seen any resource anywhere. I only checked online and saw how somebody baked with it and the results. She was doing a review of the pillow pan. I was really trying to figure out what would work. With 500 work, 750, 1 kg. 1 kg was a no-no for me because my mixer cannot take up to 1 kg. It cannot even take up to 750. Such a struggle with that because it's a small mixer. So I decided to go with 500. So what I did when I was baking was to go with 500 grams first of all. So I baked my fruit cake recipe, my rich fruit cake, and I put it into the pan and it took almost everything. It took almost all the space in the pan, as you can see from the clip, but I had to reserve just a little because I didn't want it to overflow. I didn't want it to rise and overflow and mess up everywhere and everything get messed up. So I just stuck with 500. I mixed 500 grams and then I put it in and I baked it. So if you're going for a 12-inch of this, which is this size, please, a 500-gram recipe will be most appropriate. So that is just for a single layer. So I baked it to see the result. And when I was done, I baked another one of it. So in total, you need the top and the bottom. So in total, what I used for the 12-inch was 1 kg, because 500 for this and then 500 for the one that would go on top of it like so. Okay, so that is 1 kg you want to use, looking at the size of. Now to our next pan, which is the 10-inch pan. So what I would bake for this, if I were to bake again, would be 500. I want to put a disclaimer at this point. I think it varies with the recipe you're using as well. So my fruitcake recipe doesn't come with baking powder, so it doesn't rise. If it was a cake that had baking powder in it, I probably would also be mindful of my measurements. So I was confident to some extent that it wouldn't rise and it will flow, but I wasn't too sure. So I just played safe. Now, if I'm going to bake this, I'm going to use 500, but split the batter into two. So that 250 goes in this, and then 250 goes in the other one. If it is something like what I use, I think that should be fine. Okay, so I'm going to bake another 500 grams to go with this. So for example, I'm making a 3-tiered pillow cake. I'm going to use 1 kg for the 12 inches, which will give me the top and the bottom. I'm going to use 500 grams for the 10 inches, which will give me the top and the bottom as well. So that's that for that. Don't forget to put your heating coil. What it does for you is this, I forgot to mention earlier, is that it would help bring your cake level. So my cake came out flat. It came out very leveled, and I didn't have to trim anything from the top. I only trimmed the sides a bit. So please don't forget to use your heating core when you are baking with this pan. It will really help. It generally helps in baking if you want to get a leveled cake, and that's why I think it came with this pan as well. So it's very helpful. Do not neglect it when you're baking. Now to our next pan, which is the 8 inches. So this is it, and this is what it looks like. I observed that it's deeper, it's slightly deeper than the 12 inches and the 10 inches as well. So what I would do for this is to go with 250. Yes, so what I would do for this would be to go with 250, and I'm going to go 3/4 all the way to the top of the pan. I'm not going to fill the pan, because if I fill the pan, it's going to overflow. So 250 should serve me. If it doesn't serve me, then I'm going to bake an extra. Okay, so in total, what we're going to be needing is 1 kg, 500 grams, and then 250, which gives us 1.750 kg in all. So that's what I'm going to be using for this cake. You do not need extra. When you're baking with a pillow cake, I feel that this saves time, and it saves you the time you would use in trimming your cake. But like I said, I trimmed my pillow cake a bit. I trimmed just a little bit, and then I went ahead to bake. So that's how you measure your batter for a pillow cake. All right. I don't know if there's another one, although there are fabricated pans like this, so you could have a fourth layer. Some people do different types, do variations, have bigger sizes as well. But for this particular one that I use, it's just a 3-set pan. It comes in a set of 3, which is 12, 10, 8, and you can only bake 3 tiers with it. So if you want to bake like 5, you want to bake like 4, maybe 6. Of course, there are pillow cakes that are as tall as that. You will need to find one that has more numbers of cake pans in it, or you go for the fabricated type, but make sure that you're buying the one that is right. I found one on a popular website, but the person made a review. The reviews I saw, that the person that bought it said they had to return it because they found that the edges were sharp. But this one, the edges is not sharp, it's not harmful, it's not dangerous, it's blunt, and it's okay, it's safe for me to use. So that's my experience with baking this cake right here using a cake pillow pan, and I hope that this helps. Now, depending on the recipe, you might have to go, or you might want to try doing 750 for your 10 inches pan, but I think that what I've shared is the safest based on my experience. If 500 will go for that large pan, I feel that plain 500 for both pans of the 10 inches would serve, and then 250 for this. But like I said, if it doesn't go, then you can just increase it based on your results. Of course, it's just single, it's just one. So it means you have to bake one after the other. Okay, you cannot bake except you have the money to invest in buying 2 sets of this, meaning that you would have 2 of this, 2 of the 10 inches, and then 2 of the 12 inches. But to save money, to save cost, to save space, I just had to get a single set. And that's my review so far on how to calculate your cake batter for a pillow pan, and my review as well of using the pillow pan for my cake. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned from it, and I hope that it helps. Remember, I said this is not a sponsored video. I'm just sharing my review on baking with this cake pan. I did a separate video, did some short clips of the pillow cake. If you would like to see it, it's not a complete video because it has been very, very tough and hectic for me. So I just got some few clips that I can share about the experience. If you would like to see, please let me know in the comments and I would show you. I'm going to insert a picture of the cake right here. And if you would like to see it, like I said, just indicate in the comments. If you have questions as well, please let me know in the comments and I will attend to it. If you watched the video up to this point, please don't forget to smash the like button and also to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions, please drop them in the comments. Until I see my next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.